Welcome to the Frontrunner assembly guide for the Land Rover New Defender. Your roof rack arrives in two packages, one containing the Slimline 2 platform in your designated size, the other containing the footrails to mount it to the roof of your vehicle. Prior to assembly, please familiarize yourself with all the included components, and in case of any questions, refer to the assembly manual that is part of your kit. To begin the assembly of your Slimline 2 platform, you need a 4 and 5mm Allen key, both of which are included. The first step is to assemble the side profiles using the joiner pieces provided. Insert the big part of the joiner into the slot before pushing the bolt halfway through. The small joiner piece goes on top and is fixated again by the bolt. Now the nut is slid on top in the slot before the bolt can be loosely screwed into place. Do not tighten the bolt fully yet. Carefully slide the second part of the side profile into the pre-assembled joiner. Make sure to put the nut into the slot before you then put the bolt through from the bottom. Only after the assembly has been loosely put together, tighten the bolts fully. Begin the assembly of the actual platform by placing the slats with the nut facing away from the bolt hole and then putting the according M8 bolts into place. Yet again, do not tighten the bolts fully at this stage, but place all the slats in their respective places. After one side is fully assembled, take the second side profile and slide all the slats into their respective positions. Once all the slats are in place, put all the bolts in, and again, do not tighten these fully. Using a tape measure, compare the diagonal lengths of your roof rack. This should be exactly identical, in which case you know it is square and you can then proceed to tighten all the bolts fully. The corner pieces are simply slid into place and fixed with one single bolt from the top. Please be careful to not over-tighten. The last piece missing to complete your Slimline 2 platform is the front wind deflector. It requires 4 bolts, 2 of which are put into place on the deflector sides themselves, while the other 2 are slid into the channel respectively. Please make sure you assemble the washers correctly as per the assembly manual. Once prepared, the deflector sides are simply put into place and then slid towards the center before being tightened. The assembly of your Slimline 2 platform is now complete. The next step is the assembly of the footrails. Similar to the side profiles, the footrails consist of 2 parts each, which are combined by a joiner. For these next steps, you also require a 10 and a 13mm wrench, respectively. Using the joiner piece, both parts of the footrail are bolted together using 4 M6 bolts. Make sure you check the alignment of the pieces prior to fully tightening all 4 bolts. The next step is the mounting of the footrails on the roof of your vehicle. For the L663 new Defender, this requires the use of sealant. The footrails attached to the roof using factory riv nuts, which need to be sealed in order to prevent water ingress into the cabin. Put an appropriate sealant into each of the mounting holes. Next, the 4 individual pre-cut spaces are placed into the roof rail. These are important to ensure a proper fit of the footrails. The footrails themselves are then placed on top of the spaces and fixed in place using the appropriate hardware. Do not fully tighten these bolts yet until the full platform has been aligned. On your Slimline 2 platform, place the appropriate bolts in the respective slats ready for assembly. Carefully place the Slimline 2 platform on the now positioned footrails. Adjust the footrails and platform to sit square on the roof before tightening all the bolts to their final specification. Congratulations, you have completed the assembly of your brand new Frontrunner roof rack. Enjoy the adventure.